Welcome to Miss Lam's Math World. Today we are going to discuss the tips in setting up equations. Now, let's take a look of question 5 in exercise 4.3. So, many of you got difficulty of how to handle the second question. So for this first sentence, the total weight of a dog and a cat is 21 kg. And then this one, most of you don't have problem at all. So you know it is 21 here. And you know it means equal. So 21 copy here. And you know total means the sum. We have a dog and a cat. But then, many of you say you don't understand how to read this one in English. So if the weight of the dog is 6 times that of the cat, find the weight of the dog. So it means that it means equal, right? So you got the dog, of course dog's weight. 6 times that of means 6 times that of, it means 6 times that of the cat. So we put it here together, it becomes dog's weight equals to 6 times cat's weight. So it means their weight, okay? Weight inside. So you got the dog's weight plus cat's weight. So if the dog's weight is 6 times of the cat, and then it means the dog's weight divided by 6 means cat's weight, right? So we can do it in the opposite way. And to start with, remember, we have to always let the statement. So let's check the solution. Step 1, let x kg with the units here, x at kg, be the weight of the dog. That means we just copy this line, right? The weight of the dog, copy here. And then we add them together and get 21. So the next step is we add them together. Dog's weight is x, and then cat's weight means dog's weight divided by 6. So that means it is x divided by 6 equals to 21. And of course, we have to solve them. So when we solve them, we multiply 6 on both sides. Okay, both sides means every term. Expand. So 6x plus x equals to 126. So 7x is equal to 126. So divided by 7 on both sides. And then you get 18. So as a result, therefore, the weight of the dog is 18 kg. Alright, so the key point is, whenever you got the sentence like this, so try your best to write down the keyword on top of the important names. So dog, write down the dog, is write down equal sign, 6 times means this symbol multiply that of the cat, and you will be able to solve them easily. So let's take a look on the other type of question. So this time we have the question related to rectangle. So let's draw one. So for a rectangle, we have length and breadth. And usually we call it as width. So let's start. So the length of a rectangle is 6 cm longer than 3 times its breadth. So what does it mean? So it means equal. And this time the word is length. So we in short let us call it L and B. So L is 6 cm. And then keyword will be longer than plus 3 times its breadth. So this time it is like this. And you may find it difficult to let the unknown, right? To do it like this. As a result, you may not need to find its length directly. Instead, we may let the breadth first. So let it. Write it down. So we let it. Because this one is quite difficult to find it, right? So this time we let B. So we already writing down B, right? So okay, so this time let's B cm be the breadth of the rectangle. So B, and we change it to be breadth. So let me highlight it in green. And then that means for the length of the rectangle, it means it is equals to 6 plus 3 times B. 6 plus 3B. 3 times B. And we have to check the term called perimeter. So perimeter means we add all the lengths together. So we have to check carefully, right? So we have the formula 2 times length plus breadth equals to the perimeter, which is 76. So this one comes from the perimeter. And you will be able to find the breadth here, which is equals to 8. And don't forget to find its length at last. Therefore, the length of the rectangle is 6 plus 3 times 8, which is equals to 30 cm. So after taking a look on rectangle, so we will have a short review on the square and the equilateral triangle. The square means this one, square. The first part is bent into a square, and the other object is equilateral triangle. That means all the sides are equal. Equal means, for example, all of them are 6, and maybe all of them are equals to 8, like this. So it is called equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. So this time when we let the unknown, so actually every time we actually have to take a look what we are going to let. So when we let the unknown, we don't let the perimeter. It is very difficult to do so. Instead, we will let a side of a rectangle. So we let xcm be the side of the square. And of course, at last we have to find the perimeter by multiplying the answer of x by 4. And then we are able to take a look on the paragraph. So a piece of wire of length 270 cm, that means we add up the lengths together equals to 270. So the first part is bent into a square. And we know that the total length of the wire is 270. So the first part is I know that the side is x and we got 4 of them, right? 4 times x. We add all of them. And the second part is bent into a equilateral triangle. So if the length of a side of the square is half that of the equilateral triangle, so the length of the square, the side of the square, is equal to half of, means multiply, half of the equilateral triangle. So it is the equals to the x. So that means the length of the equilateral triangle doubles. That means it is twice. Twice or cos double. Alright? Times 2 of the square, of the length of the square. So we want to find the perimeter of the square. And for the equilateral triangle, we get 1, 2, and 3 sides. So we multiply 3 times 2x. So we try to solve them together. So 4x plus 6x equals to 270. And then it is 10x, 270. So divide both sides by 10. So we get x is equal to 27. So as a result, the perimeter of the square is equals to 4 times 27 equals to 100 cm. So let's take a look on the question that requires us to draw a table to solve the problem. So why we need to set up a table? Because we originally get some books for students and we get more books and get fewer students. That means we got some change in the number of students and the number of books. And one important thing is the total number of books is fixed and it will not change. It won't change, right? We still get the same number of books. That means if I want to let the unknown, we are going to let the original number of students in the book. We let this one. In order to draw the table, of course, we have to write down the difference, right? And we have the original and the new value, right? So original value and the new value. So for the original value, we got the number of students. And also, we have the number of books get. So number of books for each student. So we went on the symbol for each student. So we save space. There is not enough space for us. So we just write down number of books per student in this way. So originally, we let x be the number of students. And then each student get 24 books. So you got 24 books here. And for the new value, so let's see. So the total number of students will be x minus 3 because 3 students leave the groups, right? So we get 3 students left minus 3. And now the remaining student left here, they will get 6 more books for each of them. So each of them, that means Originally, they got 24 books. And they will get 6 more books. And they say the total number of books are unchanged, right? That means unchanged means equal. They don't change. As they don't change, and we have to find the total sum, right? Total number of books. That means for the total, we can simply make it longer, right? And write down total. And as usual, total, we have the total number of books, right? Multiply together, we can get the total. Multiply together, we get the total, right? So for the total, the first one is 24x. So 24x is equals to, so x minus 3 times 24 plus 6. So x minus 3 times 24 plus 6, which is 30. And then after you solve that, you will be able to find out that x is equal to 15. So we have found the original number of students in it. And then after that, so you need to find the total number of books. So for the total number of books, how can we find it? It will come from either 24 times x, or we use x minus 3 times 24 plus 6. So the total number of books, so we use the purple color here. So it will be equals to 24 times 15 equals to 360. So, and for the last statement and the presentation, it will leave it for you for the exercise. So I hope that today you can understand how to set up equations for different types of questions, especially for this time of pretty difficult question, right? You need to set up a table for original situation and the new numbers, right? So try your best, practice more, you will improve in it. That's the end of Miss Lam's Math World. See you next time.